Where to buy camping food non-GMO 25-year shelf life. Camping foods are often shelf-stable, that is, they require no refrigeration. Campers may be outdoors for days or weeks at a time, and will often pack food for the entire trip. Campers will sometimes take fresh food that can be consumed in the first day or two of a hike but will usually not risk carrying perishable food beyond that time frame. Campers hiking in the snow or other cold conditions or campers with access to a cold water source may be able to store perishable food in the snow or secured in a bag and kept in the cold water to act as a refrigeration source. Backpackers must carry everything with them, so they require all of their gear and food to be as lightweight as possible. Campers often turn to freeze-dried and dehydrated meals and ingredients for this reason, but they will also sometimes take a pouch of tuna or some other ingredient with a high water content with them as a treat, providing that the item has nutritional value. Backpackers usually take empty containers back with them for recycling and proper disposal. The quality of the food we eat is more important than the quantity. Of a food's theoretical calorie content, 30 to 60% is unused by the body and converts to unhealthy fat. The non-GMO project is so completely and quickly digested they have a 99% absorption rate. Within minutes of consuming the non-GMO project, 97% of the protein is available to repair and replace essential body tissues and UIDs. The non-GMO project was created for the early space program using high-quality protein, carbohydrates, and fat to provide the body with 100% of the daily essential vitamins and minerals required to maintain physical functions such as dexterity, stamina, and coordination. The non-GMO is not intended to treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The information provided in this brochure is intended for your general knowledge only and is not a substitute for professional medical advice or treatment. Never disregard medical advice or delay in seeking it because of information you received from the non-GMO or this brochure. The Non-GMO Project is a 501 nonprofit organization focusing on genetically modified organisms. The organization began as an initiative of independent natural foods retailers in the US and Canada, with the stated aim to label products produced in compliance with their non-GMO project standard, which aims to prevent genetically modified foodstuffs from being present in retail food products. The organization is headquartered in Bellingham, Washington. The non-GMO project label began use in 2012 with Numi organic tea products. The non-GMO project's stated mission is to preserve and build sources of non-GMO products, educate consumers, and provide verified non-GMO choices. It provides third-party verification and labeling for non-genetically modified food and products. The project also works with food manufacturers, distributors, growers, and seed suppliers to develop standards for the detection of genetically modified organisms and for the reduction of contamination risk of the non-genetically modified food supply with genetically modified organisms. Food Chain Global Advisors, a part of Global ID Group. The non-GMO project claims to educate consumers and the food industry to help build awareness about GMOs and their impact on our health. It asserts that everyone deserves an informed choice about whether or not to consume genetically modified organisms. Long-term food shelf life allows food to be eaten for some time, typically weeks to months, after harvest rather than solely immediately. It is both a traditional domestic skill and, in the form of food logistics, an important industrial and commercial activity. Food preservation, storage, and transport, including timely delivery to consumers, are important to food security, especially for the majority of people throughout the world who rely on others to produce their food. Significant losses of food are caused by inadequate storage conditions as well as decisions made at earlier stages of the supply chain, which predispose products to shorter shelf life. Adequate cold storage, in particular, can be crucial to prevent quantitative and qualitative food losses. What customers said about us. I live in a hurricane area, so having camping food is a smart thing to do. Also, with COVID-19 around, you never know when the food supply can be disrupted. This way we don't have to be concerned. Long-term food shelf life makes it easy to grab it and go. Ingredients are clearly listed. Selections should be substantial enough to hold me over in an emergency or if I'm just on a camping trip. Click below to buy the best camping food products.